I thought I'd never see the day again. Lou, cooking. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here from Fat Adobe Suit. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Hey, another fun fact. We are here for chapter 227 of, I almost said Kagurabachi Ducks. I'm recording that next. But Sakamoto Days. And ladies and gentlemen, Lou is finally... Now, of course, this has... This is a dual-sided thing, right? Part of me is just gonna take the joy, right? I'm gonna live with the joy. I'm gonna Millie rock on it. I'm gonna tap my toes. I was gonna say I do a backflip. I cannot do a backflip. I can't do a front flip. I just break my neck. Y'all need to see that. But with that being the case, let me actually tap my toes, considering I said I'd do it. I Millie rocked. There we go. Toes tap. But with that being the case, this automatically kind of proves to me that this guy's gonna be fodder. Is that bad? But this guy already proves to me this guy's gonna be fodder. Because remember, Lou has not fought a single person on panel for over 150 chapters at this point, right? When was the Death Row Prisoners arc? That was the last time she fought. I genuinely don't remember. It was in season 1. I think it was in core. No, it was in core 2. It was in core 2 because it just recently got animated. But like, it's been a long time. And obviously, we can just go with the idea that she's been training off screen, right? Suzuki Sensei will probably include a panel this very chapter that's going to be like, Lou was training off screen, and now she's relevant again. But the narrative consistency guy in me is going to be like, okay, Lou's still an early series character who hasn't done anything. So either this guy's fodder, or Lou's weirdly high tier or top tier. Either way, notably, I don't necessarily mind this guy being fodder because I don't care about this guy. Does he even have a name? I mean, like, he had a little bit of aura. I won't lie. He had a little bit of aura in chapter 226. He didn't manage. He squeezed out an inkling of aura, but like, he's a random. Like, obviously, he's meant to assist the New Order, but the New Order's buns too. So ultimately, it's fine. It's fine. But that's my one thing where I'm like, despite me being so happy that Lou is back and doing something, like it always. Wait a second. That's why. Okay, gosh darn it. I had to do something last video. Hopefully that fixes it. All right, but like, I'm a little itty bit concerned just because of stuff like that. Outside of that, like everything should be fine. But whatever being the case, let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right in chapter 227. Determined. Ugh. Darn, Lou did stomp this man out on his chest though. Go Shin. No, Lou. But like, go where? Go how? They're like, you're still surrounded. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. This road is looking mighty open now, though. No, Lou. I was like, wait, no, please. Let's see. Oh. He got that. Hold on a second. Bro, Charles got the sticky. What? Okay, I see you. He got the sticky, and we know he got a blicky. So he got the sticky blick. Let me stop. But let's see. Wish. Eureka booze. I hope you're not underage. How old is Lou? I know Shin's like in his 20s. Lou. Sakamoto days. She says, do I look young? Thanks. Let me see. Hold on. Lou Xiaotang. She is 18. I think that is the legal drinking age in Japan. Shoot, I gotta go with me. Why stop there? What is the legal drinking age? Because I know it varies all over the world. Here in the US, it's 21, but... is that true? The legal age of drinking in Japan is 20. She's 18. So technically, she is drinking under... Oh. I mean, she's, like, legally an adult, I'm sure, but once again, you can be 18 in the US and not be legally allowed to drink. So, that's a little bit... Let's see. Hope you're not underage. Do I look young? Do I look that young? Thanks. Well, no! Like... Then again... The thing is, though, I'll admit, while I've gotten older, I don't actually look that much different. Because I stopped growing really, really young. Like, I think I stopped growing around, like, age 16 or 17. So I've kind of looked the same for a long time. So, like, I feel like if I were to... I mean, I'd be smaller. I did get fat. But, like, I would be smaller if we went back in time. But, like... I'm not sure how much younger I'd look. I think because the beard wouldn't be full, I'd look noticeably younger. Because nobody, I still have a, like, up... Especially with the weight I gained. Boy has a very prominent baby face. But, like... Super young? Do I look that young? I mean, yeah, 19. You are an adult, but you don't really do look like you're in your mid-20s, though. Let's see. So, okay, so she downed one can, is downing a second one. So I guess she just had this on her. I guess always as a backup, I guess. I need to find that interview, because I didn't look for it. But I remember, like, the reason Lou supposedly was banished from the manga is because people didn't like the drinking thing, and her arc almost got Sakamoto Days canceled. But when I brought that up before, everyone was like, Pencil, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I've seen it, like, I even saw a post recently talking about it, because Lou was fighting last chapter. But, like, I don't actually think I've seen that interview. So, like, I gotta look that up. I gotta look up, that's the thing. And the other thing I need to look up if Suzuki Sensei ever did say that he wanted Sakamoto Days going for a while because he had a bunch of interesting ideas he still wanted to draw. Because obviously now we're in the final arc. So, like, I don't know. There are a lot of things I need to make sure that Suzuki said, or if I'm just following random hearsay, which I've done before and is very, very bad. Let's see. Do you look that young? Thanks. Huh? Yeah, like, that's the thing. Lou, where were they going? Did you forget you were in a crowded truck? Like, they're in a truck, and they can't just... Well, maybe. But they can't just, like, lift Sakamoto out and airdrop him somewhere. So, like, yeah, you fighting this guy here means everyone's gonna fight now, because they don't have a choice. Oh, that's right. We do have civilians, but they'll be fine. Let's see. Fine, you fools! Kandaka? Out of my way! Do my eyes deceive me? Well, I guess. Well, you know, it's an old character in a fighting manga. What? Of course she could fight, but if I had a nickel for every extremely powerful, dangerous, old assassin lady who didn't actually, like, join the order or become majorly prominent in the assassin world outside of one specific thing, such as teaching and/or medical work, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not that strange, but it's strange that it happened twice. But darn. Alright, so Granny Mia's got hands. Like, a bit, like, hands enough to blitz Shin, I guess. Well, not blitz him, she just grabbed him. But still, darn. So maybe she does, so, man. So we gotta tick that character count up to people who are relevant in this final combat encounter for the hero side. Up another one, considering Granny Mia is now throwing hands. So I guess, so that does make me wonder, though. Okay, so obviously, El Matador, or Mickey Mouse, and Kumanomi are currently fighting Heisuke. And presumably Kamihate is going to show up to help him with the whole idea that he's going to need a more powerful weapon. So that's 3 there. We still have Yotsumura in play, Kandaka in play, Shin in play, Nagamo in play, but he's currently fighting Oki. Maybe? I'm not sure how much time... Is he still fighting Oki? I have no idea, probably. Uzuki is going to fight Sakamoto, naturally. Shin... I'm trying to think of, like... Because we still have Taurus up in the air on who he's gonna fight, and we have Osaragi. So I'm trying to, like, predict some final big bad matchups. I can't really think of, because a lot of characters died. Like I'm not sure what the matchups are gonna be. But with Granny Mia here, I'm guessing no one will have to show up to help Lou, because unless another character shows up to help the policeman, I think the 2v1 should be enough. Let's see. So let me hit that again. Out of my way, boy. Darn. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doctor. Well, she's an assassin doctor. So I guess she doesn't follow the Hippocratic Oath. Let's see. And I don't know. I love how Suzuki Sensei draws older people. The extra detail on the wrinkles, the extra cross hatching, it's always beautiful. Let's see. Huh? Granny Mia! Don't you punks get in the way when a lady puts her life on the line. You just shut your trap and do your jobs. Darn. But you know what? Now I respect Granny Mia. She's been a character who's, like, I never necessarily thought about the character all too much, but I don't have any negative opinions about her. Like any. So that's usually a good thing. I think I only have positive associations with it. So, hey, Granny Mia cooking? Let's go with it then. Let's see. Wait, but Granny, Sakamoto needs you. I did all I could for Taro. The rest is up to him. My job is done. Ah, okay. And I kind of figured, like, ultimately, they're kind of just waiting for him to recover. And we know he's currently, like, in the... I mean, I'm assuming he's just, like, hallucinating when he saw Rion. Probably. Maybe. I assume. Like he may be... we don't know about Sakamoto Days in its universe and its power system. Like, maybe there is an afterlife of some sorts. Maybe he's gonna see Takamura. But like... He probably just needs to get up. And he will get up. My only... The only thing I'm worried about, and obviously this is the power scaling me speaking. I know y'all gonna be like, Pencil Man, stop worrying about the power scaling. And I can't. It's a fighting manga. I can't help it. It's in my nature. But the one thing I am worried about is that Sakamoto didn't get any stronger. Remember, this third Sakamoto that's laid down in the final arc, mind you, fought Taurus 5 times and lost each one, doing no damage to him. Heisuke put up a better fight against Taurus than Sakamoto did. And that was before Sakamoto got the whole I can't fight anymore thing, after the idea of him losing his family, which hurt him even more. So he's going to somehow have to get up and be relevant, which will make absolutely no sense, right? He's going to be recovering from being pierced through the heart, presumably, and all the extra damage he took while fighting the rest of the New Order. But he's gonna somehow be relevant. Like, you can't have it. Like, we're in the final arc. This has been confirmed, I believe. So he can't have a training arc anymore. He's just gonna somehow be the strongest in the verse, or at least a super high top tier. Somehow. I do mean something. Like, it's gonna be nonsense. I promise you. Let's see. My job's done. Even so, you've got to be kidding. Heck no, you got to be kidding. We ain't leaving a young gal and an old lady. Okay. I keep hold on. I keep saying this guy's name. He's been around enough. He's been cooking enough that I need to actually genuinely look up his name, because I do this review after review, torch after torch. Let me see it. Relationships. Where is it? Lu Wu-Tang. There we go. Lu Wu-Tang. So it's Lu Xiaotang for Lu. And it's... Wait. Yeah, Lu Wu-Tang? Are their names both Lu? Are they related? Wait, what? Huh? Okay, now I'm confused. Wait, are they siblings? Why do they have the same... Am I tweaking? Oh, wait, no. Xiaotang. But their names are both Lu. Okay. But, so, other Lu, or Lu Wu-Tang. Well, there are a couple things here. Boiled! Big dog! Just shut up and drive the truck, bro. And Lu Wu-Tang, darn, man. Quit wasting time, you losers! Same guy who one-tap Gozu, by the way. Boiled. Same beginning of series character who one-tap Gozu, by the way. Let's see. The young mistress has chosen her path. Let's go, or I'll kill you, idiot. But once again, there were cars in front of you. Where are you going? Are you going to drive off the... Like, where are you going? Wu-Tang. Yep. Okay, Lu. What, what did I say? Hold on. What did I say? What did I say at the end of this review? I literally just did this review like a few days ago. What did I say at the end of this review? Hey, there are literally a whole lot of cars here. Okay, so they may have been able to go to this side, maybe. But like, look at this is the truck that they're in. Look at all these cars here. I literally said at the end of the last review, they're gonna pretend like those people aren't here. Like look at this. Where are they going? There's literally a truck right here in front. But they can drive off. Of course. Like, forget the people, right? Like, now, don't take what I'm about to say as an indictment on my character, all right? I'm going to say it. You can just run over people. But last I checked, you cannot just run over entire cars. But if we just pretend the cars don't exist, because there is no narrative consistency in this manga, then they can just... I thought it was suspicious. Where did all the cars go? That's the thing. Like, all these people were spontaneously here. All the cars were there. But now the cars are gone. And now they can freely drive off. And once again, it'd be one thing. I would have given Suzuki Sensei a pass if he had them, like, drive over the barrier. Because you can see in the last chapter that the barrier, it's not there. Like, in fact, we'll just run it back again real quick, because luckily enough, my stuff is actually loading relatively decently at this rate. But, like, you can see here on the other side of the road where there is no fake checkpoint, there are very few cars. Of course, you'd be going the wrong way. But, like, I don't know, you could make that an action set piece of itself, them driving the car radically, trying to keep Sakamoto's body stable. But no, they're very specifically driving on this side still. They don't cross over any barrier, even though there is an emptier lane that Suzuki Sensei could have used. And this is my issue, because I've seen a lot of people try and defend the current state of Sakamoto days, right? But like, and you may be like, well, Pencil, that's little stuff. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because it's little stuff on top of little stuff on top of little stuff on top of little stuff. And this is like... it's like more important than world building in a way, because it's like stakes building, right? Like ultimately you set up a scenario. The most interesting thing about a story is how characters get out of or react to a scenario. And if you're going to if you're going to set up a problem only to immediately get rid of it, especially without any explanation or reason, that kind of defeats the point. I just don't like it. All right, I just don't like it. Is it bad writing? I'm not sure. I always say this. I am a manga man, but that doesn't mean I have a degree. I don't have a writing degree. I don't have anything like that. So I don't know. But like, you see why I think this is bad writing, right? The very last chapter, and this is things Sensei consistently does. He either forgets or removes problems the second he introduces them. You show us that they're surrounded, not just by people, but by cars. Obviously, that leads to an issue of them not being able to escape. You take care of the people problem, but you just erase the car problem like it wasn't there. But unfortunately, these chapters aren't 10, 15, 20 chapters apart. They were right after each other. It's just not, it's not good, man. It's not good. But whatever, I'll let it slide. I don't have a choice. I gotta keep reading the manga. Let's see. There goes our target. But see, like, that's the thing. They even acknowledge, oh, look, they escaped. Why did they escape? Because the other block, like, the blockade just doesn't, whatever. Let's see. There goes our target. All right. Yo! I like how at least, Lou is at least, like, somewhat in a fighting sense, like she's ready to box. Granny Mia's, why is she standing there? Menacingly. Like, she's on timing. And I respect it. I was like, sometimes you just gotta be on time. And I see you, Granny Mia. Post it up. Can you she just killed 5 men. Lou. I mean, I guess she wasn't looking, but Lou, she just murdered 5 men. I think she can fight. I think she's got hands, Lou. Don't worry. Like, Lou, there are 5 dead bodies on the ground. I mean, obviously not in this next shot, because once again, bodies don't matter. Like no doubt. But, dog, she just murdered 5 people. She can fight. She can definitely fight. Let's see. I mostly fix up folks. Mostly. Ooh. Okay, so a guy lunges in with a knife. She catches the arm. Ooh, squeezes it. Breaks a bone. Grabs the drop knife. Ooh! And throat checks. Gee! Not even throat checks. Notably, it looks like at least from where she stabbed. Alright. From where she stabbed, she didn't even throat check him. Like, notably, it is very dangerous to be hit here for... I mean, obviously, you don't get hit in your neck generally. But I think for men, it's extra dangerous to be hit here because of where the Adam's apple is. Like, it'll just pierce your throat and you'll bleed out. Like, you will die from internal bleeding. That's why, if someone tries to punch for your neck, assume they're trying to take your life. Like, no matter what, if someone's trying to punch for your neck, someone's trying to take your life. But especially if they aren't, like, going for here or here, which at least, like, you have neck muscles on the side. If you're boxing somebody and they go, like, not for an uppercut, like, on your chin, but you just see them, like, aim directly. I know I have horrible punching forward. I can't punch. I can't fight. But if they go directly for here, they're trying to kill him. But notably, she doesn't even hit him there. She hits him, like, here. Like, I'm not sure what this bone, like, this is the collarbone. I'm not sure what this bone is called here. But she, like, looks like she stabs him right here. Which, obviously, you know, being stabbed anywhere in this upper torso area is dangerous. But darn. But bust them up's way easier. Yeah, it's a lot harder, like, funnily enough, going back to power scaling. I know. Oh! My bad, I dropped this. But going back to power scaling, I see a lot of people, like, notably, I'm not a master power scaler or anything. I'm kind of a bum, not gonna lie to you. But I've seen a lot of people, they don't really give value, or at least the value I think they should give, to creation feats. Yo, creation is harder than destruction. It takes more energy. Like, one of the fundamental laws of our universe is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It is only transformed. Well, actually, you know, we'll run out of energy eventually. He did the universe stuff. But, like, essentially, more new energy cannot be created. So when a character creates something, it's actually more impressive than destroying something. It's why there are levels to destruction, right? Like, there's fragmentation, there's vaporization, there's atomization, because each level takes more energy. Like, yeah, a character who can destroy a planet by punching it and fragmenting it is going to be weaker than a character who can atomize a planet, because it takes way more energy to atomize a planet. Right? Because ultimately to destroy a planet, you need to overcome its gravitational binding energy. I forget what Earth is specifically, but Earth is kind of the baseline because it's our planet. But essentially, a person can overcome the gravitational binding energy of a planet and destroy it by punching it. And, or, they could vaporize the entire thing, and then they're going to be way stronger. It's why, the destruction of planet Vegeta, for example, even though it only has 10 times the gravity of Earth, which you'd think is, oh, well, that's pretty darn big, it's not even as big as Jupiter. But that thing is calculated like dwarf star level because the sheer level of energy would take to vaporize and then the explosion afterwards. So there are levels to destruction of itself. And creation, because you're making something from nothing, actually takes way more energy. So when I see people trying to downplay creation feats, and notably, this is mostly like in 7 milliseconds context. I rarely ever see other creation feats get downplayed, but 7 milliseconds guy, so naturally I'm going to hear it a lot. But Demon King creates a separate dimension with stars in it, and like a day and night cycle. Oh, well, it's whatever. He's only like continental. he's only like planetary. Arthur and Chaos create literal multiple interconnected pocket dimensions with entire star systems. Give them planetary. Like, what are you talking about? But regardless, let's see. But busting them up's way easier.
Okay, you old bag. I'm afraid I'll have to revoke your license.
Like her doctor's license? Does she have one of those? Is she registered? Let's see. Too bad. My assassin's license expired a decade ago. Oh, assassin's license. I'm gonna say, like, and I don't think, do police officers have the authority? I feel like you would, like, obviously an officer has the authority to arrest a doctor, but, like, I don't think, like, a police officer could take away someone's doctoral license. You need to, like, a board can strip that away, though. So, like, there are people who could. Let's see. Too bad. My assassin's license expired a decade ago. So, I might forget how to operate the brakes. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
She's got ore.
She's got ore. All right, Randy. All right, talk that talk. Get talk. Spooky. Let's see. Oh? What is this?
Needles.
Yeah, needles indeed. All right. Let's see.
I can't.
So your pressure points in the arm, I'm guessing? Yep, there we go. Forget it. Those are... Okay, so she... Has there been a single old character in this manga that's weak? I mean, there have been old characters that have lost before, but I swear, they're never weak. They're never weak. Like, Kendaka was supposedly old back when Sakamoto and the guys were... Well, then again, it wasn't too long ago. Sakamoto was only in his mid-20s. So, like... Would have been, what, 7 or 8 years ago? So, like, Kendaka was supposedly getting older then. Yotsumura is older now. But... And while they have lost, but they've never been bums. And obviously Takamura was the strongest in the verse. So clearly they feed the old people something special. Let's see. Forget it. Those are pressure points. Oh, ooh, one right to the okay. Gave the man neck back shots. I see. All right. I guess he was for. Well, we'll have to do the chapter. Let's see. What? Straight to the ground. Granny, you're amazing. Okay, Lou. I think you have a problem, Lou. I think you have a problem. You just drinking or what? Okay, so at least we're acknowledging it in the like you gotta fight. I mean, like you landed the first hit, Lou. I get it, but like you gotta. Then again, better to have Lou just drink and maybe get into drunken mode versus having her fight in base because that's her strongest state, I guess. Let's see. Oh, okay. I guess the neck back shots were not enough. All right, let's see. So you relaxed his neck to minimize the damage. Japanese police aren't hopeless after all. I'm relieved. Oh, okay, interesting. I didn't know. I guess he's have a thick neck, like. But not even that. The fact that he's able to move his arm after you pierced it, like, what, he just overcame the pressure points? Oh, I just realized the needles don't show up in this panel. Oh, that's kind of funky. But regardless, interesting. I guess he could just do. I guess you can do that. But maybe I'm misreading. I think I'm misreading this. So she pierced him here, and then unplugged it. The way I read this, just because of how the blood trail splatters, I thought she had like slashed the back of his neck. But no, it looks like she just ripped the needle out, and it came out with a whole bunch of blood. And she pulled it like this way. So when it came out, it looks like the blood splattered everywhere. So no, she didn't actually slash him in the back of the neck. All right. But I wonder if he's moving his arm already. Japanese police aren't hopeless after all. I'm relieved. Pencilman, you need to stay in the frame of the camera. I'm trying, Granny Me. I'm trying. Let's see. I'm relieved. All right, just a blank panel got to confuse you. Like,
it's tough being a cop.
Huh?
They give us the ability to kill people, but we're supposed to rein it in. And if we do kill, we gotta make sure we can justify it. It's a real pain, I just want to follow my instinct.
And you know what? Don't boom me. But there are a lot, like, let's say this is good commentary by Suzuki Sensei. I almost want to stop it at that, but like, this is a pretty good commentary by Suzuki, because it's true. There are a lot of people who think like this. There are a lot of people who join organizations that give you the legal authority to take the life of another human being solely because they want to. Like this is a well-recorded thing. You can look it up. Think of an organization that allows you to boom people. There are definitely multiple cases of them having people inside those organizations who they just want to boom people. You know, like a moth to a flame. What can like it's just a thing. So it makes sense that Suzuki Sensei would include a character like this, because it is just true. Especially in a world of assassins like this.
I just want to follow my instincts. But now I can kill all I want. No more annoying.
What is that? Why does it look familiar? Oh, there we go.
Feels like my birthday.
Okay, all right, but once again, are we just gonna ignore the fact that like he relaxed his neck to make sure he didn't like pass out or something from getting that thing ripped out of his neck? But Granny MIYA, how's he moving his arms already? Like what is it? Like, and the needles are gone, of course. But like, what happened? A Sakamoto. I think I've seen this one before, but I don't remember where I've seen it. I know exactly where I've seen it. I see the Engachi Akuda. It's Zango's weapon. That's it. There it is. But let's see. A Sasumata. Oh, but Granny MIYA with the weave? Excited about a birthday, huh? Must be fun to be young. that is true though. And like, I think I am always excited to be here for another year on the planet, but it is like disheartening. I'm like, darn, I am getting old. But then again, funnily enough, it's not even my own birthdays that make me think that now. It's the birthdays of like my younger relatives. Like one of my baby cousins is about to be 10, and I'm like, I vividly remember you being born. Like I wasn't there, but like I held you when you had just popped out your mom. But like, what you mean it's already been 10 years? No. like who put in? Someone put in said, oh yeah, 2012 was 14 years ago, and I was like, 14. It just. Yeah, 2010 was 15 years. 15! Like, it just hits me. I'm like, time hasn't stopped moving. I'm getting old. Let's see. Must be fun to be young. Okay. Weave. Needle to the eye. What's this guy about to do, though? Ooh, he is low-key. He's low-key in that. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Did he turn his head to the side? How did that work? Because it looks like, at least on the initial thrust, all right, it looks like she's going to like stab him directly in the eye, right? But did he like turn? Did she? So I'm confused. Did he turn or did she turn? Maybe it wasn't like a fake out, like she's going like this, only to go like this. But interesting. Maybe he turned, right? He turned as she's going to stab, opened up wide, let the needle pierce his cheek and bit down to crack it. All right. Oh dear. I mean, can't you let go? But I'll admit, this is a really good panel. Like I love the way, I love how his eyes track the motion, and you can see the blood pierce his inner cheek, and how like how wide his mouth is drawn. He doesn't have a tongue here. Actually, no, this may be his tongue. And then just the detail on the teeth too. And notably, I always think it's, at least for me, I rarely ever draw like individual teeth, despite them always being there, right? And like here, let me get as far away from the camera as possible without like breaking anything. Can y'all see like the lines that are in my individual teeth? I can barely see them, but especially in drawing, I always hesitate to draw them. I always just do like a flat line, or like maybe I do like a flat line with fangs for like my avatar, for example. But in this case, so he Sensei draws all the individual teeth. It looks really, really good. Let's see. Oh dear. Oh, but Lou with the save. All right. So they are getting a 2v1 this man. Are they just not going to explain how he's moving though? Like that arm? I guess it was like maybe just a temporary thing. Like he literally said I can't move, then got stabbed in the neck, and then falls, and then is moving just fine. I don't know. He relaxes his neck muscles to minimize the damage. But like, what is the like? I get the neck damage. What about his arm? Like, what happened? All right, let's see. This is a really good panel. This may just be thumbnail. I may just put this in the thumbnail. It's gonna look weird, but I like it. Let's see. You hurt? Off what? I drank too much on an empty stomach. You know, funnily enough, though, I'm trying to think of, like, all the times. I usually always eat, though. I'm dead if you couldn't tell by my side. Like, I do tend to eat. And notably, though, I think it's only happened twice, so I don't ever, like, one time real bad. But, yeah, don't do that. It's very bad for you. It'll just go straight into your bloodstream, which isn't good. Silly child. No! Granny is actually worried. Uh-oh. Okay, so Lou is a bum still. Please, Lou. I mean, like, it's fine. It's fine. Spit it out! Spit what out? Oh, that's neat. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Interesting though. So he did somewhat with the Sasumada, right? Or at least I'm assuming, right? And actually, this may be used to, like, let me see. Does it have points on the inside? No, it just has. Well, I'm assuming the insides of the blade may be sharp, right? Like these right here are presumably sharp. So I'm guessing maybe the point of this is to pin somebody down, then just slice their throat. I'm guessing. So before you can get this throat slice out, she throws up the liquor in her system, and then right next. Oh, now you're right next to the lighter goes over her face, and she lights Brochacho up. All right, 90%. Is that even legal? I'm not reading. No, because the beer is written. Is that legal? Hold on. 90%. What? This is gonna be. I know Google's gonna be like, why are you asking me these questions in succession? Why? What is the highest proof? 75%. At least that's not, yeah. Brewmeister Snake Venom, world's strongest beer, is at 67.5%. I see 32, I'm seeing 75%, 67.5%, 90%. What do they sell in Japan? What? Darn. No wonder it went straight to fire. And no wonder it immediately took Lou out. I'm shocked he was able to survive any of that. Okay. Okay, so this guy's just indestructible. All right, but you know, unironically, we actually have seen characters in Sakamotodays tank fire before, so this is actually too crazy. But he just pats it off. Oh, what a waste! I can't believe I barfed. How embarrassing! But you barfed out like projectile liquid. Like that's actually more impressive, Lou. I'll admit. For it to come out this concentrated and immediately light up like this, that's very impressive. Let's see. You need some clam broth. All right.
It's the death penalty for you two. For, immaculate obstructing a public servant or whatever.
But, like, dude, so, okay, all right. So at the end of the chapter, I mean, let me for the aura, and this is gonna sound, I'm sounding just like all the people, I'm gonna say it, for the hype moments in aura, I'll give it worthiness. And like, you may be wondering, Pencilman, what do you mean just the hype moments in aura? I'll admit, generally speaking, like, the structure of the chapter is fine. Like, Granny MIYA being a secret, whatever tier you want to put her, just a fighter in general, it makes sense within the context of the universe, and it just fits the general theming. If there's an old person in Sakamotodays who's somewhat relevant to the assassin world, they can fight. Male, female, non-binary, it doesn't matter. They can fight. So it makes sense that Granny MIYA can fight. And notably, Granny MIYA and Lou is a very interesting duo. They're like, unfortunately, they're kind of like two background/support characters. So them going up against one of the people to assist the New Order is interesting. And notably, flipping the dynamic is also interesting. We had the previous setup of Heisuke versus both Kumanomi and El Matador. And just those two. So it was like a 2v1 in the villain's favor. So switching that up and having a 2v1 in the protagonist's favor is also a nice flip up on the previous final battle that was set up. Obviously, then Kamihate is going to show up to help Heisuke. I don't think it's going to stay a 2v1. Again, I just don't think so. But still, very interesting enough. So flipping that is actually very cool. I do like that dynamic flip. Granny MIYA fighting in the way she does is also very, very neat. Notably, I'm assuming here she's probably using the same needle technique she used later on in the chapter, just piercing someone in the neck, yanking it out as quick as possible, presumably piercing their jugular, I'm guessing, to immediately like cause them to perish because these bodies hit the floor really, really quickly. And then we see her fighting style typically is based around needles, or at least impalement, as she consistently uses a sharp weapon. She doesn't, well, obviously she has a strong grip. She caught this guy's arm, cracked it, and then immediately stabbed him with his own knife. But she impales the cop guy, she stabs the cop guy numerous times, And she even has creative applications of her fighting style, not just stabbing the guy in the cheek when presumably going for his jugular again. Because he was like, well, but then again, I don't know why, because it looks like he's going straight for his eye. But regardless, seeing that, and then her throwing the lighters to actually use Lu's inability to handle 90% proof of beer is very, very impressive. I like Rainy Miya's fighting style. I like how she's written so far. And it makes sense within the context of the Assassin universe. So that I'm perfectly fine with. Lu not doing all too much this chapter does feel a little bit weird, especially how last chapter was set up. And we talked about, in the previous chapter was all like, okay, we're going to trust the members of the Sakamoto Days store. Rainy Miya technically isn't a member of the store. So I was actually hoping for a little bit of Lu action. But at the same time, you know, she's probably still getting there. She had to throw up the initial can. I'm guessing she has another. Considering last chapter ended with her throwing a can. So I thought she'd be fine. But now she's just drinking another one. So I don't know. Maybe she has another one. I'm not sure where, though. Maybe in, like, her hoodie pocket. So hopefully she actually does get to do a little bit of cookage. Once again, I'm kind of fine. I'm fine because I like Lu. Though I will admit, narratively, it doesn't really make sense for her to be able to compete with this guy at all. And so far, she really hasn't. But still, she's been able to interact enough. So that's fine enough. The cop guy himself, I like him, if only for the fact that I think he is a good allegory, or at least, like, a good commentary on, like, people in his position and how some of them do actually tend to feel. Like, I feel like it is kind of a thing. So I do like that. The inconsistencies, though, are what drag the chapter down a little bit. And by inconsistencies, I mean ones that are either between chapters or in chapter, right? And, like, notably, I can somewhat excuse in-between chapter inconsistencies more. Can I, though? Because, like, it depends on the scale of inconsistency between chapters. The main issue I have with this chapter is that Sakamoto, the reason that Rainy Miya leaps out anyway is to help Lu. But they should have been surrounded by numerous cars and been unable to escape, as per last chapter. That was the whole point of the blockade, a fake blockade, a checkpoint, to make sure that they couldn't escape. But now in this chapter, spontaneously they can escape anyway, because now all the cars mystically, magically vanished. Don't set up a problem if you're going to immediately erase the problem. I don't care if you're trying to set up final battle points. Just not really my thing for writing. I don't like consistent inconsistencies in my writing. Shock horror, I'm sorry. Then the other thing, just like the reason why certain things don't work on the guy. Like, it'd be one thing if he didn't feel pain, but no, clearly he reacts to these things, right? Like he notices the needles, his arm can't move, and then suddenly the needles are gone, the ones in his arm for the rest of the chapter. And he went from being unable to move that left arm to him first moving the left arm after he gets up on his own. Why? How? I don't know. He gets stabbed in the neck and it just doesn't do anything, I guess. And he stands right up and then the blood's gone for the rest of the chapter. Like, literally, you look at his neck here and it doesn't even look like... Actually, maybe... No, that's just the collar. Like, the neck wasn't even pierced there anymore. And... well, we don't see that side of his face. But essentially, a lot of things are feeling impermanent, and in chapter, effects that are happening in chapter and get described in chapter and get shown in chapter are immediately being undone. And that's not my biggest writing thing. It's why I give the chapter probably like a 7. A 7, because I got to take a point off for, like, each consistency, or each inconsistency. And that's really it. Because this is the thing. I like everything else about the chapter. I think the artwork in the chapter is fantastic. I think the action is also really, really good. I love the dynamism of the characters. I love the unique weaponry being used. Like, seeing needles and acupuncture be used in this way is really, really cool. Seeing a Sasumada is also very, very cool. I like it. And like I mentioned, I like the allegory. I like the commentary. And even, once again, the creativity in it. Like, him biting down on the needle, baiting into Rainy Miya to have Lu come in. Like it's good. It's good quality Sakamoto Days hype moments and aura. But I'm not a fan of the narrative consistency. Which is something I feel like I've been saying a lot about Sakamoto Days recently. But hey, regardless, we hit it for the 2 times. Chapter's worthy. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave 90% proof. like literally just 90% proof in the comment section down below, because I'm still blown away by that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure the notifications will see you not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you can have a Patreon below, or you support me for as low as $1, get a month, things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So this perks include the live reactions, here this user to review, add variations of all my videos, and if you become a $20 on Patreon or $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also the link to my co-friends down below. You drop 5 beans for a short video, 20 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Once again, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.
I would like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Redwolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zara, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Guillaume, Buddha Uda, Alex Kenny, Enzo, Plant Crone, G Prosper, Swift Strike, Strike Man, and Autumn Mornings Lazo, Cree Panem, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, and Azo2404. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Dread Zoen, A+A, and Victor Raji. And then I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier members: Austin Wimberly, Euchia, and Shrimpo the Shrimp. With a long, juicy, thick, hefty thank you to our digital art tier members, J Warrior and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Joaquin Munoz and Joaquin Munoz. With a final Ganshuin legendary super grumdeliumptious thank you to our glorious, legendary, handsome, costume glazing king, Calvin Elder.